Since the emergence of General Buhari as the candidate of the APC at a well-organized and transparent national convention of our party last month, things seem to have fallen apart for the PDP and the presidency. And for them, the center can no longer hold. Indeed, General Buhari has become the nightmare for the ruling party and the presidency, to such an extent that the entire electoral campaign now dwells on one issue only: the person of General Buhari. First, they said things will unravel for the candidate and his party over the choice of a VP, of a vice presidential candidate. But not only did this evil prediction fail, a VP candidate who has been widely acclaimed as the best choice for the party and the country, in the person of Professor Yemi Osinbajo, emerged, further pushing the naysayers into sheer trepidation. Next, they are engaged in scandal mongering that our candidate is not qualified to run because he did not have the prerequisite qualification. In fact, they so much believe their own lies that they swore to have found a foolproof way to stop General Buhari. Then their house of lies collapsed when it was proven beyond doubt that our candidate sat for and passed his Cambridge examination. Not knowing what to do next, they procured a forged medical certificate from the Ahmadu Bello University Hospital in court of their warped imagination that our candidate is suffering from prostate cancer. But their 419 certificate had barely been unveiled before it was disowned by the authentic Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital. Again, the web of lies woven by the PDP and the presidency unraveled before their very eyes. Not knowing what to do next, they turned their campaign rallies to a Buhari bashing event, pushing issues to the back burner. Those who lacked even a scintilla of integrity, those who are an embodiment of incompetence and cluelessness, and those who need reformation in the aftermath of their self-inflicted, indulgence-induced phrenic impairment, all went into a frenzy in an attempt to demonize a man whose integrity, decency, and honesty are legendary. They produce and aired documentaries that are based 99% on lies and twisted facts. But these two boomeranged. The more they pound him, the higher General Buhari's reputation was. Now they have moved to the last frontier in their Stop Buhari at All Costs campaign, using the courts. After manipulating some elements of judiciary workers to embark on strike to stop the courts from hearing cases that could be detrimental to their presidential candidate, the same puppeteers again manipulated the elements to end the strike so they can kickstart their last strategy. As I said earlier, at least 4 cases have been filed, all aimed at one and one objective only: stop General Buhari and postpone elections. Suffice it to say that this Stop Buhari at All Costs campaign has been pursued simultaneously with the push to postpone next month's elections, ostensibly because of the low level of PVC distribution, but in the real sense, an implementation of the stated mindset of the presidency never to hand over to General Buhari, and then, of course, set up an interim government. It is in view of the multiplicity of court cases at this late hour that we have decided to alert Nigerians to the plan of the PDP and the presidency. We have also decided to appeal directly to the Chief Justice of Nigeria to stoutly defend the independence and integrity of the judiciary at this very crucial moment, to avoid a repeat of what transpired in 1993, when unscrupulous elements constituted themselves into the infamous Association for Better Nigeria, ABN, that was used to annul the 1993 general elections, thus aborting the Third Republic and throwing the country into a deep and prolonged crisis. The rumor mill is spinning fast. Stories abound of a huge war chest of $100 million being earmarked to grease the palm of any pliable judge who can disqualify General Buhari and halt the electoral process. We do not know whether or not this allegation is true, but we do know that Nigerians do not want to return to Egypt. We have been down this road before with disastrous consequences, and we do not want to tread that path again. Never before has so much been deployed just to stop the candidacy of just one man. While we are at this, we also want to alert Nigerians and the international community to the systematic denial of visas to foreign journalists wishing to cover next month's election. A regime that has nothing to hide or fear will not hesitate to allow international coverage of what is undoubtedly one of the most important elections in the world this year. Information reaching us indicates that most of the foreign journalists who applied for visas to travel to Nigeria from different parts of the world for the elections have been kept in abeyance under the guise of security clearance. This is totally unacceptable, and it's another indication that this administration has a lot of skeletons in its cupboard as far as the forthcoming election is concerned. We ask local and international observers to take note of this and to immediately take the administration to task with a view to ameliorating the situation. In conclusion, we would like to ask the PDP and the presidency, why are you so frightened by General Muhammadu Buhari's candidacy for the office of the president? Why are you so terrified of facing General Muhammadu Buhari at the polls? Why have you been engaging in a clandestine campaign to postpone the elections when, on the other hand, you claim to be ready? If General Muhammadu Buhari ran in 2003, 2007, and 2011, and there was never any issue with his meeting the prerequisite qualification, why have you made it an issue today? Is it because you have realized that he's poised to shellac President Jonathan at the polls? Why is an interim government an option for Nigerians are willing and eager to vote for change next month? Why we will continue to appeal to our members and supporters and all Nigerians to remain calm. We call on them, and indeed all Nigerians, to be vigilant, knowing that eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. We urge the Chief Justice of Nigeria to be a bulwark against the abuse of the courts just to achieve a predetermined end. We call on the international community to take note of the multifaceted campaign to stop General Buhari at all costs and scuttle next month's elections to pave the way for an interim government that will benefit no one but the PDP, the United Administration, and its cronies. We ask those who are mortally afraid of General Muhammadu Buhari to douse their fears and meet us at the polls next month.